Welcome back to the channel. Today we will explore a very important topic for health. How a single vegetable can help lower blood lipids, especially LDL cholesterol, even more effectively than some medications. Yes, you heard that right. A natural, humble food you can find at any grocery store might be your heart's new best friend. This matters because high cholesterol, particularly elevated LDL, low-density lipoprotein levels, is a leading contributor to heart disease, the #1 cause of death in the United States. According to the CDC, nearly 94 million U.S. adults aged 20 or older have total cholesterol levels higher than 200 mg/dl, and about 28 million adults have levels over 240 mg/dl, which is considered dangerously high. The trouble is, high cholesterol doesn't cause symptoms until a major event occurs, like a heart attack or stroke. That's why it's often called a silent killer. But here's the good news. Food can be a powerful ally. And one vegetable in particular has been quietly making waves in the scientific community. It's not kale, it's not broccoli, it's Brussels sprouts. If you find this content useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to Daily Energy to catch more health videos. Let us know in the comments, have you ever tried Brussels sprouts, and how do you like to prepare them? Let's start by understanding why blood lipids are such a big deal. Your blood contains several types of fats, or lipids. The most well-known are LDL, low-density lipoprotein, often called bad cholesterol because high levels lead to plaque buildup in arteries. HDL, high-density lipoprotein. Known as good cholesterol, it helps remove other forms of cholesterol from the bloodstream. Triglycerides, a type of fat that stores excess energy from your diet. High levels can increase heart disease risk, especially when combined with low HDL or high LDL. When LDL levels rise, they slowly begin to stick to the walls of your arteries, forming plaques that narrow and stiffen your blood vessels. This condition is called atherosclerosis, and it dramatically raises the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and peripheral artery disease. Many people don't realize they have high cholesterol until it's discovered during a routine blood test. That's why doctors recommend regular screenings, especially after age 20 and more frequently after age 40. Now, while statin medications are effective in lowering LDL, they can come with side effects like muscle pain, liver enzyme changes, and digestive issues. That's why dietary approaches are gaining interest both among doctors and patients. This leads us to the power of plants. Whole foods rich in fiber, antioxidants, and plant sterols can make a measurable difference in cholesterol levels. Oats, legumes, nuts, and flaxseed are often recommended. But when it comes to vegetables, Brussels sprouts are emerging as a standout star. These miniature cabbage-like vegetables are rich in soluble fiber, which binds to cholesterol in the digestive tract, helping to remove it from the body. Antioxidants like quercetin and camphorol, which reduce inflammation and oxidative stress linked to arterial plaque. Plant sterols, which mimic cholesterol in the digestive system and block its absorption. Studies suggest that just 5 to 10 grams of soluble fiber per day can reduce LDL cholesterol by 5 to 11 mg/dl. A half-cup serving of Brussels sprouts provides nearly 2 grams of this type of fiber. But there's more. A 2021 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that women who consumed more cruciferous vegetables like Brussels sprouts had up to a 46% lower risk of atherosclerosis in the carotid arteries. Another trial showed that people who increased their intake of brassica vegetables saw a measurable improvement in arterial stiffness, a key marker of cardiovascular aging. It's not just about fiber. The unique phytonutrients in Brussels sprouts act on multiple pathways in the body to lower oxidative stress, reduce inflammation, and improve cholesterol transport. That's a triple win for your heart. Brussels sprouts are also rich in vitamin K, which plays a crucial role in calcium metabolism and preventing arterial calcification, a condition where blood vessels harden due to calcium buildup. They also contain alpha-lipoic acid, a compound shown to help lower blood sugar and improve insulin sensitivity, which is important since high blood sugar can worsen cholesterol problems. Another overlooked benefit is their prebiotic fiber content. Prebiotics feed your gut microbiome, and a healthy gut has been linked to lower cholesterol and better fat metabolism. Some studies even suggest that gut bacteria influenced by brassica vegetables can produce short-chain fatty acids that reduce cholesterol synthesis in the liver. This holistic synergy, fiber, sterols, antioxidants, vitamins, and gut support, makes Brussels sprouts uniquely potent for heart health. Yet they're still undervalued in the average American diet. A USDA survey found that only 9% of US adults eat enough vegetables daily. Imagine the national impact if more people added just half a cup of Brussels sprouts to their meals. It's also important to acknowledge food culture and habits. Many people have a mental block against Brussels sprouts, often recalling overboiled, bitter versions from childhood. But with the right cooking method, roasted until caramelized, sautéed with garlic, or shredded into a slaw, they transform into something nutty, tender, and delicious. We'll dive into these tasty tips in a later section. But for now, the key takeaway is this. You don't need a prescription to start protecting your heart. You just need a plate. And the willingness to try something green, small, and mighty. In the next section, we'll break down exactly how Brussels sprouts work in the body to help manage cholesterol and what the latest studies reveal about their role in cardiovascular protection. Section 2. Nature's hidden hero. Brussels sprouts. Let's take a closer look at Brussels sprouts. The tiny, leafy vegetable that's punching far above its weight in the fight against high cholesterol. If you've only known them as the soggy side dish from childhood dinners, it's time to reframe your relationship with this underappreciated nutritional powerhouse. Brussels sprouts belong to the cruciferous vegetable family, alongside broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and cabbage. But unlike their cousins, they have a compact, layered structure that traps both flavor and nutrients. Grown for centuries in Europe, these sprouts gained popularity in the US in recent decades, especially among health-conscious eaters. What makes Brussels sprouts stand out nutritionally is their unique combination of cholesterol-fighting compounds. Most notably, soluble fiber. This is a key player. Soluble fiber binds to cholesterol in your digestive tract and helps carry it out of your body before it can enter your bloodstream. A half cup of cooked Brussels sprouts has nearly 2 grams of this powerful fiber. Glucosinolates. These sulfur-containing compounds break down into bioactive substances like sulforaphane, which have anti-inflammatory and detoxifying effects. Research suggests sulforaphane can reduce oxidative damage to arteries, helping prevent plaque formation. Plant sterols. Structurally similar to cholesterol, plant sterols compete with it for absorption in the gut. The result? Less cholesterol makes it into your bloodstream. Antioxidants. From vitamin C to camphorol, Brussels sprouts offer a wide range of antioxidants that neutralize free radicals, reduce inflammation, and support the health of your blood vessels. Alpha-lipoic acid, ALA. This compound enhances insulin sensitivity and supports better lipid profiles. It's one of the reasons Brussels sprouts may benefit people with metabolic syndrome or type 2 diabetes. Each of these components plays a distinct role, but their real power lies in how they work together. Soluble fiber clears out LDL cholesterol. Antioxidants reduce the inflammation that makes LDL more dangerous. Sterols block absorption. It's a tag-team effort with real, measurable effects. In fact, studies have found that regular intake of cruciferous vegetables, including Brussels sprouts, can reduce LDL cholesterol by up to 10%, especially when consumed daily over several weeks. One long-term cohort study in Australia even linked higher cruciferous vegetable intake with reduced arterial wall thickness, a sign of healthier, more flexible blood vessels. Perhaps most impressively, these benefits extend beyond just the numbers. People who regularly consume Brussels sprouts report better digestion, more stable energy levels, and even improvements in skin clarity, thanks to the detoxifying compounds like glucobrasicin and indole-3-carbinol. The best part? These benefits aren't limited to a strict diet. Even adding Brussels sprouts just a few times per week can begin to make a difference. You don't have to overhaul your entire eating plan. You just have to start including the right foods more often. Coming up in the next section, We'll explore the exact mechanisms at play inside your body when you eat Brussels sprouts, and why science considers them one of nature's most underrated medicinal foods. Let's go one layer deeper. Brussels sprouts not only support heart health, but may also positively influence your body's cholesterol management through gene expression. Certain compounds in Brussels sprouts, such as sulforaphane and indole-3-carbinol, have been shown to influence the expression of genes involved in detoxification and lipid metabolism. This means that your DNA may respond favorably to their presence by enhancing internal systems that regulate fat levels. These effects are not theoretical. A study published in Molecular Nutrition and Food Research found that participants who consumed high levels of cruciferous vegetables exhibited increased expression of the NRF2 gene pathway, which boosts the production of antioxidant and detoxifying enzymes. These enzymes play a role in breaking down excess LDL cholesterol and preventing its oxidation, a major risk factor for plaque buildup in arteries. Another key player is bile acid metabolism. Brussels sprouts stimulate bile production and excretion. Why does that matter? Because bile is made from cholesterol, and when your body uses more bile to digest fiber-rich vegetables like Brussels sprouts, it draws more cholesterol out of your bloodstream to replenish the supply. This natural process, called bile acid sequestration, mimics the mechanism of certain cholesterol-lowering drugs. Furthermore, this veggie's impact extends to triglycerides. While most attention goes to LDL cholesterol, elevated triglycerides are also a major cardiovascular risk. The fiber and antioxidant content in Brussels sprouts helps stabilize blood sugar and insulin levels, which in turn can lead to a significant reduction in triglyceride formation. And here's something often overlooked. Brussels sprouts are a rare dietary source of omega-3 fatty acids in the form of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. While not as potent as EPA and DHA from fish, ALA still contributes to reducing inflammation and supporting healthy lipid profiles. For those who follow a plant-based diet, Brussels sprouts offer a valuable omega-3 boost. So what does this all mean? It means that eating Brussels sprouts isn't just about one or two nutrients. It's about initiating a cascade of beneficial responses in your body, from gut flora to gene pathways, from bile metabolism to antioxidant defense. And all of it contributes to lowering your cholesterol naturally and comprehensively. In the next section, we'll walk through these internal processes in more detail and show how they work together to protect your cardiovascular system. Section 3. How it works. The science behind the sprouts. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. What's really happening inside your body when you eat Brussels sprouts? The answer lies in a fascinating interplay of biochemical pathways, each one contributing to a larger picture of cardiovascular health. First, soluble fiber from Brussels sprouts binds with bile acids in your digestive tract. These acids, made from cholesterol, are essential for digesting fats. Normally, your body recycles bile, but soluble fiber interrupts this cycle by carrying bile out with your stool. The liver must then pull cholesterol from your bloodstream to produce new bile, effectively reducing blood LDL cholesterol levels. This is the same principle behind bile acid sequestrant drugs, but done naturally. Second, antioxidants in Brussels sprouts go to work. Quercetin, camphorol, and vitamin C neutralize free radicals, preventing LDL cholesterol from oxidizing. Oxidized LDL is far more dangerous. It triggers immune responses that lead to inflammation and plaque buildup. By stopping oxidation, antioxidants protect artery walls from damage and maintain healthy blood flow. Third, sulforaphane, one of the star phytochemicals in Brussels sprouts, activates a powerful detox pathway in your cells, NRF2. Think of NRF2 as your body's internal fire department. When turned on, it signals genes to create antioxidant enzymes like glutathione and superoxide dismutase, which sweep up harmful oxidative particles. This lowers systemic inflammation, improves cholesterol handling, and may even help reverse early atherosclerosis. Additionally, Brussels sprouts influence your gut microbiome. Prebiotic fibers like raffinose feed beneficial bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, especially butyrate. SCFAs help regulate blood lipid levels, lower inflammation, and even communicate with liver cells to slow down internal cholesterol production. It's a perfect example of how your gut and heart are deeply connected. And then there's insulin sensitivity. Studies have shown that cruciferous vegetables improve glucose metabolism. When your body handles sugar more efficiently, it also reduces triglyceride production, a key risk factor for heart disease. This is why Brussels sprouts are especially beneficial for people with metabolic syndrome, prediabetes, or type 2 diabetes. Moreover, plant sterols present in Brussels sprouts competitively block cholesterol absorption in your intestines. Think of sterols as molecular decoys. They look like cholesterol to your digestive system, so less real cholesterol gets absorbed. Over time, this can lead to a meaningful drop in LDL levels. Altogether, these mechanisms create a synergistic effect. Lower LDL through bile excretion and sterol competition. Reduce oxidized LDL with antioxidants. Improve gut health and SCFA production. Enhance insulin sensitivity and lower triglycerides. Activate internal detox and anti-inflammatory systems. Few foods offer such a wide range of benefits in such a small package. Clinical studies support these mechanisms. For example, a randomized controlled trial published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that participants who consumed cruciferous vegetables daily experienced significant reductions in C-reactive protein, CRP, an inflammatory marker strongly tied to cardiovascular risk. Another study in nutrition research demonstrated that a diet high in Brussels sprouts reduced total and LDL cholesterol after just 4 weeks. And population studies consistently show lower rates of heart disease among individuals who consume more brassica vegetables. So when you eat Brussels sprouts, you're not just fueling your body, you're rewiring it. Your genes, your enzymes, your gut microbes, and even your arteries respond in powerful, positive ways. All of this from a vegetable that many people still overlook at the grocery store. In the next section, we'll translate this science into action. Simple and delicious ways to prepare Brussels sprouts so you can enjoy their benefits every day. Section 4. Eat Smart. How to maximize the benefits. Now that we understand the science behind Brussels sprouts, the next step is putting that knowledge into practice. On your plate. Here's the good news. Brussels sprouts are not only powerful, they're versatile. Whether roasted, shredded, steamed, or sautéed, they can easily become a delicious part of your daily or weekly meal rotation. The key is to preserve their nutrients while maximizing flavor. Let's start with cooking methods. 1. Roasting. This is perhaps the most popular and flavorful way to prepare Brussels sprouts. Halve or quarter them, toss with olive oil, sea salt, and a sprinkle of garlic powder or smoked paprika, then roast at 400 degrees 200 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. Roasting caramelizes their natural sugars, bringing out a nutty, savory taste that even Brussels sprout skeptics enjoy. 2. Sautéing. Thinly slice Brussels sprouts and sauté in a pan with olive oil, minced garlic, and a squeeze of lemon. This method keeps them slightly crisp and enhances their earthy flavor. 3. Steaming. If you're focusing on preserving nutrients like vitamin C and sulforaphane, steaming is your best bet. Steam for 5 to 7 minutes, then finish with a drizzle of olive oil and a dash of sea salt. 4. Raw shredded. For a refreshing crunch, try shredding Brussels sprouts and mixing them with lemon juice, olive oil, chopped nuts, and cranberries for a heart-healthy slaw. Pro tips for better results. Don't overcook. Overboiled Brussels sprouts release sulfur compounds that cause the infamous bad smell. Pair with healthy fats like olive oil or avocado to boost nutrient absorption, especially for fat-soluble vitamins like K and A. Add flavor with balsamic glaze, herbs, or Parmesan cheese in moderation to enhance taste without compromising health benefits. Let's also talk about frequency. For meaningful cardiovascular benefits, aim for at least 1/2 to 1 cup of Brussels sprouts, 3 to 5 times per week. If you're new to them, start with small portions and increase gradually to allow your digestive system to adjust to the fiber content. To help you get started, here are a few easy recipes. Roasted Brussels sprout bowls. Combine roasted Brussels sprouts with quinoa, roasted sweet potatoes, avocado slices, and tahini dressing. Sprout and apple slaw. Shred raw Brussels sprouts, Add thin apple slices, crushed walnuts, and a honey mustard vinaigrette for a refreshing lunch. Stir-fried sprouts with garlic and tofu. Quick sauté sprouts with tofu, garlic, ginger, and low-sodium tamari for a plant-powered dinner. Brussels and eggs breakfast. Hash. Sauté diced sprouts with onions, bell peppers, and top with a poached egg for a nutrient-packed start to your day. The more you integrate Brussels sprouts into everyday meals, the more natural it becomes to build a heart-smart plate. They're affordable, accessible, and a powerhouse for wellness. Also worth noting, Brussels sprouts are incredibly meal prep friendly. You can roast a large batch on Sunday and use them throughout the week in wraps, salads, and bowls. And remember, variety matters. Rotate your intake with other cruciferous vegetables like kale, broccoli, and cauliflower to diversify your nutrient profile. In our final section, we'll show how Brussels sprouts can be part of a broader heart health strategy, connecting diet with lifestyle choices to amplify your results. Section 5. From Food to Lifestyle, a heart-protecting blueprint. Healthy living doesn't begin and end with a single vegetable, but it can certainly start there. Brussels sprouts serve as a symbol of what's possible when we align our diets with the body's natural healing systems. Yet for truly lasting impact, they need to be part of a broader lifestyle blueprint. Let's look at the key pillars to build on the benefits of Brussels sprouts and create a daily routine that supports long-term cardiovascular wellness. 1. Consistency over perfection. Start by aiming for consistency, not rigid rules. Eating Brussels sprouts a few times a week is great, but it's what you do across your whole day, every day, that matters most. Prioritize whole foods, minimize processed snacks, and anchor meals around vegetables, fiber, and healthy fats. 2. Combine and conquer. Brussels sprouts work best in synergy with other heart-healthy foods. Think oats for beta-glucan fiber, beans and lentils for plant protein and soluble fiber, nuts and seeds for healthy fats, berries and citrus for antioxidants and vitamin C. This approach mirrors the portfolio diet, which has been shown to reduce LDL cholesterol by up to 30%, rivaling statins in effectiveness. 3. Move daily. Physical activity enhances the cholesterol-lowering effects of your diet. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic exercise per week, such as brisk walking, cycling, or swimming. Even 20 minutes a day can help raise HDL cholesterol and lower triglycerides. 4. Sleep and stress management. Poor sleep and chronic stress disrupt metabolic balance, raise cortisol, and worsen lipid profiles. Commit to 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night and build in daily moments for mindfulness, whether through breathing exercises, journaling, or simply unplugging from screens. 5. Routine checkups. Diet is powerful, but monitoring is essential. Keep up with annual blood tests to track your cholesterol, triglycerides, and glucose. These numbers provide feedback and guide adjustments. And remember, small actions compound. Replacing a bag of chips with roasted Brussels sprouts, choosing water over soda, walking after dinner. These might feel minor, but over weeks and months, they build cardiovascular resilience. Healthcare is a daily journey. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. So here's your blueprint. Eat Brussels sprouts, 3-5x week, pair with fiber-rich and antioxidant-rich foods. Move your body regularly. Prioritize rest and calm. Check in with your health markers. These are not radical changes. They are sustainable habits that reclaim your health, one day at a time. Thank you for joining this deep dive into the power of Brussels sprouts. We hope you feel inspired, informed, and equipped to make simple changes with lasting impact. If you find this video useful, please share it with your loved ones. Subscribe to Daily Energy to be a companion every day.